Hi everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to a brand new video in The Sims 4. I have a really exciting update today. My husband and I are under contract for our first home. We have been living in apartments and moving every single year that we have been married, trying to decide what city we like and where we want to live, and we found the cutest house. It's supposed to be finished being built around February or March of 2023, so we're super excited. The house right now is clumps of dirt, so I don't have many pictures to show you now, but I did think it would be a fun video idea to try to recreate the house in The Sims and build it together so that you guys can kind of see what the final product will look like. And then let's be honest, I want to plan my furniture in every single room. But for now, let's get started. So I am in a small plot of land in Willow Creek, and it is called the Streamlet Single, and I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze this cute little house and get rid of all the terrain paint as well. I'm going to start out with the front of the house, and the house itself is pretty rectangular, and then it has a nice sized porch in the front that is like one square smaller than the rest of the house. And then I am going to put it up on a foundation because we do have a cute little staircase that leads you up to our porch from the front of the house. I think I'm going to scoot the house back just a little bit so we have enough room to make a yard. The front yard for this house is actually a pretty nice size, but unfortunately in The Sims this lot is pretty small, so we'll just make it work the best we can. So I'm just starting to build the shape of the first floor of the house so far. It's pretty just straight and rectangular. And then in the back of the house, off of the dining room, there is a door that goes to a back deck. So I'm going to try to add that now. The second floor of the house is kind of a similar shape to the bottom. And we actually got really lucky, and our house will have 10-foot ceilings in the bottom. So I'm going to make the wall size bigger on the first level and then keep it shorter on the top level so it matches what's actually going to be in our house. And then I think for the roofing, there is like a little piece in the front that covers the porch so that the roof is not just like totally straight across on the rectangle, which is nice. And then we also have 4 columns on our porch. They are sort of similar to these columns. I think these are from Get Famous, and we did opt to go for like what they call a water table brick. Owning a home is teaching me so many things that I never knew before. I guess water table brick is you can do like the whole first floor of your house in brick. You could do your whole house in brick. Water table is, I guess, just like a little bit of trim of brick, just to give it a little something, a little pop. It's actually very similar to this wallpaper that I'm applying now. We did go for white siding on our house and then some gray brick at the bottom. It is a little bit lighter than the gray that's in The Sims here, but I think this is close enough. Now that I'm looking back at a modeled version of the house that they've created to show what the builds look like, the roofing is actually more like a half piece in the front and then a triangle going back. And then they also have added this cute little detail over where your steps are with like another piece of roofing. So I'll add that to the front as well. I'm thinking that looks pretty accurate so far. We did go for white windows in our house, so I'm just going to use these ones from Seasons for now. I think these are pretty close to what our actual windows will look like. And we do have 4 windows above the roof on the second floor and then 4 windows on the first floor near our patio. We did go for a black door and a black roof, so I'm thinking, I don't know, this base game door is pretty similar, I think. And then we do have some really simple white like slat fencing going in. I think this one looks pretty similar to what ours will look like. And then the porch itself is actually like a slab of concrete, so I'll just paint the floor in a gray concrete for now. In the front, we do have a continued slab of concrete going from our staircase to the sidewalk in front of our house. It is a little bit longer than this in real life, but we'll just go with it in The Sims. I'm trying to make it as close as possible. And then on either side of the stairs, we have 2 little dirt patches where landscaping will go in, and I'm not exactly sure what type of bushes and stuff we'll have, but we may have some small little shrubs and possibly a little tree up there. They kind of vary it per house, so we'll see what we end up with in the end. I am going to just put some lighting all throughout the house so we can see what we're doing while we're building. Okay, so before I start doing the floor plan, I'm kind of marking out where I think rooms should be starting and ending, because I don't know how well the proportions are going to match in The Sims to real life for the house, but we're going to try to make it work. So in the very back left corner of the house, there's like a little powder room, which I guess just means like a little half bath with a sink and toilet, nothing crazy. And then next to that is actually a walk-in pantry. Right next to the bathroom is where the refrigerator and the kitchen starts, and it's actually a pretty good sized kitchen, but the way I'm building this in The Sims is going to leave us no room for the living room right next to the door on the very left side of this wall. So I think I'm going to scoot everything over and see how those proportions go. I might scoot this back wall back, even though that's going to make our porch 1 tile long, which is not how it is in real life, but we'll just make it work. Okay, so this is actually the exact layout of our kitchen, and we do have an island that is centered to our stove. So I'm just kind of marking everything out right now. I'm not really fully decorating anything because I just want to get the proportions right first for the house. Across from that, we have the staircase area, and then behind that is actually a little dining room. It has some walls carving out a designated space for it, but it is not fully enclosed in walls, which I actually really like about this house, because it's not a ginormous house by any means, but it is very open, and I feel like the layout makes a great use of the space. Right when you walk in the front door, across from the staircase, there is actually like a little closet. I guess you store coats or cleaning supplies, or I'm not really sure, but there's a little closet right next to that. And right now I am going through all of the doors, and the doors that we picked look very similar to this one. They will be white. I can't remember if the pantry has an arch into it or a door as well. But then off of the dining room, there's a door going back to the deck. So I'm going to add that. I'm just going to add the same door that we used in our entrance. And then I do know we also have some windows in the powder room, in the bathroom, and in the dining room as well. So I'm just going to put a table down just to make sure the size of the dining room is looking correct so far. And then I'm doing the same with the living room, just to add a little table and a bench just to make sure we can mark out the room correctly. I am using a wall color that comes with the base game, and it's called Plain But Pretty, but this is very accurate to what our actual wall colors will look like. We went with a white on white color scheme for all of our wall paint, and our ceilings will be white as well. And then the wood floor that we ended up picking was kind of similar to this one from Eco Lifestyle. I want to say, I almost feel like it's more like this color swatch. It has some warmth to it, but it also has some like cool gray to it a little bit. So it's like a very nice light wood color, and I think the white walls and the light floors will make the house feel a lot bigger than it is. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Once we go upstairs, in the back corner above the bathroom and kitchen is the master bedroom side. So that whole back side of the house is like the closet, the bathroom, and the bedroom for the master. It's so hard, I feel like, to get the proportions right from a floor plan in real life to The Sims. I'm going in and adding a few windows that I know we will have. We actually got really lucky and have a corner lot for our house as well, so we may end up having more windows than this. I do not quite know. And then in the front side of the upstairs of the house, there are 2 smaller bedrooms, and then they actually share a bathroom between them. If you were a guest, most likely you'd be using the downstairs bathroom when you came over, but if you were like sleeping over, if you went upstairs, you'd actually have to walk through one of the bedrooms to access this bathroom, which isn't the most ideal, but it's all good and both bedrooms have easy access to it, so it will all work out, I think. I am adding some more doors right now and finishing off the walls for the master bedroom, finishing painting and putting lights everywhere upstairs. This room upstairs is the master bathroom, so I believe there is about a 2x2 sized tub shower situation, and then right next to that is like a smaller linen closet, and then across from that is our sink and our toilet. And then I also forgot, the only rooms that we decided to put carpet in was the 2 smaller bedrooms, which since my husband works from home, I think we will use one as his office for right now, and then the other one can be our guest bedroom. But my husband and I have been talking about 2 children in the future, so we're hoping those 2 bedrooms can be kids' rooms while we grow into this house in the future, which will be really exciting. I don't quite know which way we're going to orient our bed yet in our master bedroom. I'm thinking the best use of the space might be to put the bed on this wall. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look and see if the windows are centered on our master bedroom wall, because then it might be nice to have the bed under the window. I don't quite know yet. I think it might be always better to have the light coming in on you instead of like directly above you. But we'll see what we decide. At least that's one non-permanent decision, is moving your bed around. This room will be a shared bathroom between the 2 bedrooms. The size of this did not work out the same way it is in real life, so I'm trying to figure out how to orient this just to make it work in The Sims. But the bathroom actually has quite a nice layout, and it has a good amount of space in it as well. And then I'm just gonna put 2 smaller beds in the smaller bedrooms just to get a good idea of how big the space is. Okay, so I'm moving back outside and I'm working on finishing the trims and the foundation colors and the paint swatches. On the exterior, I'm just going back and forth between different colors and trying to pick the ones that are the most accurate to what we're doing in real life. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize when I was building downstairs, I scooted the first floor out, but I didn't scoot the second floor out at all. Okay, because they are actually the same size on the top and bottom. So that should maybe help me with why the proportions weren't working as well on the top. We did opt for a black roof and some white trims on our house, so I'm trying to update the exterior to look pretty accurate. The porch of our house in the back actually a good size bigger than this, and it has a slab of concrete under it as well, but I can't fit that in The Sims, so I'm just trying to recreate it the best I can. I'm gonna add a little staircase for our Sims version of this house instead. So when you drive in from the back, straight on, it's a basement and a driveway, but then you'd have to walk uphill to go to the front of the house, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to recreate it in The Sims the best that I can. I don't necessarily think adding a clump of terrain is going to look the best in The Sims to accurately depict this, so I'm just going to put our deck on the ground level and I'll put our basement underground for now. So with the new space upstairs, I'm just kind of playing with the proportions a little bit of the upstairs and moving stuff around just a bit to give the smaller bedrooms just a little bit more space. So the room next to the master bedroom is a walk-in closet, and then the one that is open in the hallway in front of the closet is actually a laundry room, which I am so excited to have laundry on the same level of my house as all of the bedrooms. The things you care about when you're an adult, that you don't have to lug a laundry basket up and down stairs, is just, you can't ask for anything better. In the upstairs hallway, we have like a little half wall here that just sections off the stairs. Right now, I'm trying to work out how to incorporate the basement into this build, because when the time comes that we have 2 children, we do plan on finishing our basement and using that as my husband's office and hopefully a movie and game room. I'm trying to figure out how to build it in The Sims though. In the hallway next to the dining room, there's like a small 1 square room with a door that lets you go down to the basement, but you can't really build it like that in The Sims, so I don't know what to do with this right now. I might just put a ladder and call it a day. because that's what's gonna fit. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend that these are stairs, okay? That'd be very dangerous to have a ladder going down to your basement where you want your kids to play. Off of the room where the stairs are in the basement, there's 2 closets for storage, which is really nice. And then there is a section that is a large unfinished area that we hope to finish and turn into my husband's office. And then across from that, there is the garage with some more storage space. And it is a 2-car garage, which is really nice. I'm just going to put some toys in there for now to imitate that. But okay, this is the finished house so far. I think it turned out pretty accurate to how the house will look in real life. This took me a little bit longer to build than I anticipated as well. I may just leave this video here and maybe we can make a series out of like finishing the kitchen and you guys can see all the colors that we picked and all that good stuff, and then we'll do the living room next, and maybe that would be a fun idea for a new series. But I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye everyone!